Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are currently below fair value, but no major damage there so far. At the same time, we've got commodities trading higher. Now we've got U.S. housing starts coming out at 8:30 this morning. That could change the direction of the market, but I think more importantly today is going to be the minutes from the last Fed meeting, which come out this afternoon, and that could certainly change the direction of the market. Now the VIX traded in the channel yesterday. We're still on a sell signal here for the VIX. That's supportive for higher stock prices. That would change on Wednesday if we closed above 1681. Now, things were very quiet in the currency markets on Tuesday. We had an inside day for the US dollar index. We saw bonds pull back and bond yields move up slightly. No major change there so far, but we certainly want bonds to continue to move higher and bond yields to move lower. That did not happen on Tuesday. Now, Bitcoin is still on a sell signal, no change there. And Ethereum traded up to the upper channel line yesterday and back up to the bottom of the open gap and then pulled back. So no change in trend for Ethereum coming into Wednesday's trading action. Next up, let's take a look at the world of commodities. And we had crude oil move up yesterday. It is up in the pre-market this morning. So looking for a close on Wednesday above $72.66. Natural gas made a new high for this move on Tuesday. It is up again in the pre-market this morning. No joy for copper trading back into the channel, while gold had an interesting day yesterday. It dipped into the channel and then closed higher on the day. It is up again in the pre-market this morning at new all-time highs. We've got platinum back on a sell signal as of Tuesday's close, and silver traded higher on Tuesday. Looking at the major index ETFs, starting off with the Dow, we traded in the channel yesterday. The SPY made a new high on Tuesday. We've got the equal-weighted SPY back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. New high for the NASDAQ 100, new high for the equal-weighted NASDAQ, and not a new high just yet, but getting pretty close to it for the next generation NASDAQ. And the market was led higher on Tuesday by semiconductors, up over 3% on the day, back on a buy signal. Then looking at the Canadian market, we had the TSX 60 trade down to the lower channel line before closing just above the upper channel line on Tuesday. Similar situation for the Vanguard Canada ETF. What worked on Tuesday? Well, the gold sector was the big winner on the Canadian market. And you can see that the ETF had an inside day on Tuesday. Next up, we're looking at the TSX Most Actives from Tuesday's trading action. And Enbridge got hit hard on Friday. We saw fall through to the downside on Tuesday. No change in trend for Canadian Natural Resources. No change in trend for Suncor. Then we've got Veren trading in the channel for the past few days. So it's on a buy signal, but you can see there's no upward momentum at all. We need to close on Wednesday below $7.36 to give us a new daily sell signal there. Then looking at Manulife trading up into the channel yesterday, looking for a close on Wednesday above $42.89 to give us a buy signal. No change for Kinross, still on a sell signal. Nothing going on with Cenovus on Tuesday. Then we had the Royal Bank move up sharply yesterday. It is back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. No change in trend for Great West. New low for Air Canada on Tuesday. New high for BlackBerry. Inside day on Tuesday for Barrick. And then we've got TD Bank still trading above the upper channel line. So no change in trend there unless we see a close on Wednesday below $83.70. Let's finish off this morning's presentation, taking a look at the U.S. most actives, starting off with Intel. Intel continued to rocket higher, and as you can see, we took out the November high yesterday, and we're coming up to the top of the open gap up there at $28.89. Looking at NVIDIA, it did fill the gap yesterday. Our next target was 143.75. We got as high as 143.44, so if you had an order in below the 143.75 level, it may have got filled yesterday, so congratulations. Supermicro continued to move higher, gapping higher yesterday. If we go back to Friday, we were looking for resistance at $50, which stopped us back here before we gapped lower, and then we failed just below that level in December. So $50 looked like a legitimate target to the upside. If we took that out, then 56.25. And what happened yesterday? Well, we drove right up to the 56.25 level, got as high as 56.23. And so congratulations if you had an order in up there. Then looking at Grab actually closed where it opened on Tuesday, so no change there of any significance. Lucid continued to move higher on Tuesday. There we had a new high for Palantir. It hit our next price target on both the daily and the weekly chart. The high yesterday was actually 125. So we're at the top of our projected trading range on both the daily and weekly charts. And if we continue to move higher from here, we will create new projections. But right now, you can just do the math in your head. And the next target on the daily charts is 137.50. Then looking at SoundHound, no change there. We had a reversal day for Archer Aviation, trying to run up and retest the high from the start of the year. No joy for Ford, still on a sell signal here. No joy for Rigetti, still on a sell signal. New high for AT&T on Tuesday. Inside day for Apple. And yesterday morning, I was sure that Meta was going to hit 750, but it did not. It actually traded lower yesterday. On Wednesday, we're looking for a close below $703.73 to give us a new daily sell signal for Meta. Then looking at Shopify, there's a new closing high for Shopify on Tuesday. And Tesla had an inside day on Tuesday, so a day of indecision, a pause day. We are looking for a close on Wednesday above $370.11 to give us a new buy signal for Tesla. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. The Dow, the S&P 500 are trading slightly lower. The Nasdaq's trading slightly higher in the pre-market this morning. I think the market's probably going to hold off until those Fed meeting minutes come out later in the day. You have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.